to the line.
Yeah.
The concept vehicle has been the Hattori. It has not been what we normally know as the blueprint of success from the Bodvar. It has been the Hattori all day. Actually, never mind, I was lying. It is, in fact, Experience and Raydish. It is not that matchup, and we're getting into that right now.
Experience and Raydish. One of the things that I've been excited to see, I was watching earlier on before I was on, and I saw that Experience is going crazy with the cannon. And I am so excited to see somebody playing cannon. I was talking about this all yesterday. Like, where's it at? Where are the players using this?
Had that Zol yesterday that popped off, and also this Experience did pop off earlier because it was in fact. This is in fact a run back. And so at the very beginning, up top, 32, Experience 3-0'd Raydish, and then Raydish went on a tear through the elimination side of bracket. And now that the run back is here, let's see how things go. I think a big part of that is going to have to do with Raydish being able to get those whiff punishes when necessary. Going to find one right there with the side light, but you were alluding to it. Cannon goes off, and Experience's Cannon in particular, who also is the person who sent Luna down to eliminations, is the reason why being able to get to this point.
Oh, man. I don't know. I can't believe the game started the way that it just did. The cannon does go off, but Raydish said, I ain't having none of that, and cleaned that stock up with those gauntlets. And, I mean, actually, that was a fair amount of gauntlets and orb on the first stock. Now, we're going to see what the sword can do. Can he land a downlight recovery or something like that and get rid of this stock quickly before you eat too much of this orb damage?
What's funny enough is that's the thing that we've been worried about the most when it comes to watching Experience, because we haven't really seen Experience on Sword Legends for the most part. It's not really something we see too often. So earlier today, Experience was missing out on D-Light recoveries, and D-Light Sears just going for straight-up air-to-air reads with the recovery, hoping that they would connect. It has been getting better as the tournament has gone on, but you see Experience is just kind of hovering around, and I think Raydish has understood that. And Raydish is playing around the grounded game, so you can't find those D-Lights, and just gets them again.
Oh, my gosh. So one of the things about Experience's gameplay, like I like how you're mentioning he's not doing like the bread and butter stuff that sword players do. I think in general, Experience's play is like all heart and grit. Like, right? Like some people is all practice and things like that. Experience comes out there and he's just like, it's all talent, baby. I'm on you.
Yeah, it's either you get the Experience where he is rushing you down for the quickest 0 to knockout you've ever seen, or the slow-paced gameplay to try and frustrate you to approach and then win out in neutral. That's one of the things that you have to be very careful about, was when Experience flips the switch. Raydish has been playing in Experience's face this whole time, so he hasn't really allowed Experience to go for that crazy pop-off gameplay. That's why we're seeing the more slower pace now with the sword to try and bait Raydish on over to the ledge to maybe snipe out an early knockout.
Now, that was a nice bait a moment ago on the edge from Raydish. Dodged out of the way right when the Sair came in and got a clean punish with the sidelight on the orb. Now we have the gauntlets out, trying to see if we can get rid of this stock. Is it going to be a two-stock game? I don't know, man, because it's looking like nothing big is hitting for Experience. Experience can only land sidelights. We haven't seen Sairs hitting lately. No recoveries, no nothing. Look at it. Tries another sidelight. That doesn't even hit. But that hits with the, from Raydish. The recovery goes into the orb. And what are we going to see, man? I don't think that, yeah. We're going to get a neutral signature out of the...
You can.
Sure you can.
Sure you can. Hold this L, because I don't think that Experience had a lot of answers to doing anything otherwise to that. The cannon got kind of bopped at the beginning, but also like the sword play, like you said, it was mostly sidelights. It was maybe a couple stray side airs occasionally, but as you look at the damage difference right there, essentially double on the side of Raydish for 566 to 296. No signatures really thrown from Experience as well. When you're playing Sidra, that's incorrect. Sidra is all about that range, the coverage that she has from the sword end sig, from the cannon neutral sig, from the down sig that we saw earlier, from the anchor drop that stole a stock away from Luna.
That was one of the biggest plays of the day.
That was big, Brett. That was Experience at his finest. But look at that, 92 damage. 92 on the cannon. Experience is going to have to find a way to make that work going into the next game.
I think Experience will be able to find a way to make it work. The question is Raydish going to force it to not work? Well, hell no. Hey, man, what's going on, man?
This is the new hotness. That's what's going on.
That's the new hotness.
It started off with Spring Championships, and people have been looking at it. It's like, at first it didn't seem right. Smaller stage list, kind of seeming that way. Jiro is going to be the pick from Experience going into game number 2. Having that sword and scythe combination, such a good combination combo-wise, and even though the sword is still there, we didn't really see a lot out of Experience's sword play. The scythe is not something we've really seen too much either, but might have been labbing and working this out as we get into the continuation of top 8.
I mean, obviously you have to know something we don't know, right? You're going to pick a character that most don't use and get your first stock stolen.
I know something that you don't know. I got something to tell you. Put that Jiro away right now. Go back to go back to Soul. All right, so right now, I like the attempt at going for the GC sidelights to try and keep that combo going, and then Raydish shot at, said, okay, cool, dare. Oh, cool! I sniped your jump. Cool. Here's a D6 for your troubles. Shake my hand. Call it a day.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I can't believe the stock was taken that fast. I can't believe this character's the new hotness. I got to get back on that. Like,
I mean, Ayo Blue out here is going, Ayo, this man has been putting in work. Gonna go ahead and finally find the stock right there. Definitely looking at least a bit better compared to the last game and how long it took to get an evened out stock, because actually, never mind, it wasn't that last game of 3 stock. I'm so sorry.
You're all good. You're all good. Trying to get some coverage on the side. Raydish with the neutral sig off of the gravity cancel, makes it back on, and now Experience was trying to fight back in, gets in there, still in the damage deficit, and you're fighting a Resident Slapper. You have no defense. Stay away from getting hit. Try to keep away on the off the left side of the stage. I thought Experience was going to do a little bit better on keeping Raydish out there, because Raydish didn't do anything special to get back, right? And now you are in dangerous territory. The gravity cancel D-line was so close.
That was good defense and Experience. I'm definitely going to give him that. He hovered just below. Gonna go ahead and hover his way onto the left-hand side, though. Gonna be brought back in, of course, by the emergency vehicle. And what do you do now here, Zip, on this last stock? Now, it's not like the Jiro has been looking awful. It's just that the Jiro hasn't had like the big combo starters to close out finishes that we've seen out of Raydish so far. And it's mostly been a simplicity is key tactic where I'm gonna get a couple hits and dip. You have to force something to scare Raydish at this point. And Raydish has just been playing at a disadvantage so well.
Well, definitely what you're saying, you got to force something. You're playing Jiro. That's what this character's all about. High octane, and you need to scare somebody. You can't just sit here and play nothing but Nooch. That was an amazing pickup, by the way, to get this game tied up. Now, what I'm looking for, I'm not going to give you a deep analysis right now. All I'm going to tell you is neutral sig. That's all I want.
That's something I've actually been wondering. Like,
where's it at?
We were just talking about how Sidra not using any to 6. That's the same on Jiro. Like that, you want that range coverage. You want the shadow clones to go ahead and sneak up and try and just catch them slipping. And at least Experience was able to get that GCD light recovery a little while ago, where we were kind of wondering, hey, is he going to actually get anything going with the sword? It seems like as the match has been going on, Experience's adjustments have been getting better, and it seems like he's kind of waking up a bit more to what Jiro needs to do.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better job. See, I was going to say he's doing a better job of not getting hit, but immediately on red, super highly damaged off of what, like 3 hits on this stock, maybe 4? This is what it is when you're going to play this character. That could have been a true combo, and I believe it would have KO'd. This is scary territory for Experience off to the left side of the stage. You're going to have to get back on here. Oh, I thought it was going to be, that was crazy. Went for the Sayer. I thought it was going to be a Spirit Bomb.
My eyes have still been like crunched to my face, wondering where the side air was after that side light. I'm still very confused why we're still playing this game.
Yeah, I don't get what that was
Raydish
either.
is going to go ahead and finally close it out right there and say, look, I got you. We're going to finish it out right now, even though it took me 20 more minutes after I missed the side lights there to go and finish it. But that right there was the best reversal we've seen all day. As soon as Raydish decided to go, Experience decided to go for the GC side light, guess what? No dodge. So you're not going to make that back. You have nothing to try and challenge me here. This is going to be covered freely every single time, and Raydish capitalized on it. Raydish now up 2 games over Experience in the run back from earlier.
The run back from earlier, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe that the Jiro comes out. We don't even see the Sig pack at all. What Sig did we see? Did we see any? No, it's sitting right there in my face. We saw one signature. Which one was it?
I honestly don't even remember which one it was.
I don't even remember that
because I don't remember seeing it at any point. And that is something that goes against what you want to do with Jiro, like we were saying, especially on ledge. You throw him at the ledge to condition people's fear out of the idea they could jump on safely. So what does that line up for you later on? Free ground pounds, free offstage play, because you're afraid that you don't want to go off stage. You're afraid that you don't want to actually try to get challenged. So if you put them out at the ledge, you got to hover, you got to wait, and if you go a little bit too aggressively, you're going to get hit. That never really happened, which could, of course, just be a legend swap, not being prepped for that character yet. We're used to seeing cannons and stuff come out from Experience, Axe. We haven't really seen that. Like, after that game 1, it just disappeared, and I think at this point, you probably should be going back to that.
I mean, my question is, we know that Experience said that he doesn't like playing 1v1s. is Experience just burned out at this point? I don't know. Because why would you switch off of the weapon that's been getting you here? I know you didn't really get to play the cannon, but one of the things that I think happened is Raydish didn't allow you to play the cannon.
Yeah.
So you got to force it. You got to force his hand and say, you know what, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. We see down here on the character select, he hasn't picked anything yet. He's really taking this time to think about what he wants to do. And I think you go back to your roots. You go back to what you know.
Yeah, I think it, from earlier, probably ran into the cannon, and also Experience was playing hot. Like, that's the same Experience who beat Luna earlier. So, like, might just have a bit of that burnout, like you said, maybe, because, you know, definitely more fan of Twos, our MSI Twos champion, and coming into this was, of all days, this is their way, okay, this is going to be primetime Experience. This is going to be exactly what we expected. But I think going against Java earlier, I think it was, who ended up beating, Experience, no, Stingray. Against Stingray, could barely hit him, like barely. So that's one of those things that kind of sits in your head. It's like, well, now is Experience tapped out? Is Experience packed up and ready to finish and be done with this right now? I hope not, because it looked like there was moments that were starting to make sense for Experience as that match went on, even with the Giro, and that's something we're normally used to seeing. I think that's a big reason why we're taking some time to like figure out this legend. Is Experience going to put in all the cards now, all of the chips forward, go all in, and try and make this work as much as possible? Or is Raydish going to get a defeated Experience at this point and be able to move into that elimination semis?
Look, if you lose, I'd rather you just lose to Raydish. Don't let the game beat you up. But at the same time, we're making that up. We don't know what you're feeling, Experience. You got to get out here and just show us what the real deal is. At this moment, it looks like he's not even in the lobby right now. But also, we're waiting for him to get back in here. And I just want to see what character he locks in. I mean, besides the Sidro, you said he's played the Zol before, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the Amethyst is what we always see.
The Amethyst, there we go.
That's what we're normally used to seeing. And, I mean, to be fair, too, we haven't seen any of the Rayman. Like, that's something we can also see, which was something we saw quite a bit of from, actually, we're seeing, like, no Rayman today. Before it was everybody loves Rayman. Now everybody's apparently tired of the reruns, and now no Rayman to be found, which, of course, a couple of the changes with the recent patch might have something to do with that, but Gauntlets are still there. But right now, the dominant performances that we're seeing out of Raydish in this, at least at the start, mostly from that orb, not even just in this one, it would happen against Staffy too in that match to get that reverse 3-0. Like, I think Experience is just, this is the moment that makes or breaks champions. Like, you have to be able to rebound from stuff like this. And, well, one thing that champions pick all the time, Zip,
good old Kaya.
It's not, for a second, I definitely thought I saw Koji down there. That was not the buildup I was going towards. That was not the same thing I was expecting. But Impala has been driving in consistently at 200,000 miles. They still built for the industry. They still going to make it work. And we're going to see Experience pull out the Kaya. 2 Kayas in top 8.
Do you think that Experience went over to Discord and was like, Impala, what should I do?
I think Experience went over to
pull out the Kai, you saw me.
I think Experience thought about like the winning thing later on. It's like, man, I can't let Impala be the only one who has this. Now if Impala goes out at 5th, that means that there's 2 that got 5th Kayas. And it's not just, Look, we know. We're going to put an asterisk next to Experience on this one. But let's see if maybe it's not. Maybe Experience gets somewhere with this. Obviously, we've been saying it earlier. Maybe Spear is the answer. Maybe it's not. Right now, Orb looking like the consistency that you always need. And not going to be in range to punish that. Doesn't even matter, though. The anti-air coming in again. Zip. It's the only time I go into eternal optimism. I don't know if I have the ability to do that right now. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think the Experience needs to do to get back into this game?
Your bow's really got to turn up, right? The spear is a super read-heavy weapon. And the bow, you can just play some nooch. So I think if you can get your neutral strong and really run this game up, run some damage up, then you can start to pull the spear out once you've seen how the other players like to play. Even though it's not the same weapon, you can see where dodge patterns start to come out and understand what the player's trying to do, and then you take out the read-heavy spear and you KO stocks. So, I mean, that's it. And the bow's doing well right now. That's what I need to see.
And Experience is literally just, he's hovering near the ledge, jumping around, waiting for you to do something, and then getting whiff punish. He got this ledge control off of empty jumps into a dodge side air. And then he was able to almost take that stock up by jumping off stage, getting that there. Now the spear coming through. The spear recovery is not going to be enough. Going to go ahead and get back to the bow. Sticking with the spear. actually. I felt like the bow was kind of looking pretty good at the end there.
Well, I mean, I think it's exactly what I was saying. Like, you want to rack the damage up with the bow, and then now is when you come out here with the spear for KOs. Wow, that was scary stuff. Raydish was almost able to land in there and get that KO on that turnaround on the Experience, but Experience with the Pogo gets the stock after safely making it back to the stage.
Yeah, able to seal the deal right there, and that was a big part of Experience. Raydish just looking for that nair to hopefully just snag it and kind of just put like that ribbon on the package and that gift leading into game number 4. But now one whole stock up, not touched at all. Experience is going to have to do what is not the easiest thing to do and find a borderline perfect stock. With, I think, bow is the next one lined up.
Yeah.
With spear, it might be a little bit easier, or that just do it with unarmed.
Do it with unarmed.
That's more hints that we've seen in a while. Those being lined up with the unarmed.
Well, here's the bow. And like I said, the bow looked very, very good in that first stock that he took. And we just got to see how the neutral plays out, because I think that's one of the main areas he's been suffering. Oh my gosh. He's not been able to deal with the edge guards of Raydish, and he has been losing neutral a lot in this set. So, I mean, that's the answer to me. And we're back to the spear. I don't know. This is tough.
The win condition just been online for Raydish at this point. He's just been controlling advantage at the ledge so well. He's getting so many more connections on his signatures off to the side. Doesn't really need to worry too much about overextending. The late hit of recovery gets a hit in there too. It almost catches Experience on that. It's not going to be enough, but now we're inside light side area ranges. This should be what could be a 3-0 in favor of Raydish. Not going to look for the recovery, just going for a straight up hit.
Yeah, okay, so that neutral stick has been hitting a lot.
It's been pretty close, like on the mark for the most part.
Yeah, it's been on the mark, and it's also super scary that it's still just ripping off, and you don't even know if it's going to be at the right angle. So now you have no idea where to dodge if you're Experienced. And Experience has the bow back in hand, but look how much damage is on. Neutral Light almost does it from the orb, tries to dunk, punish from Experience. I don't know, man. This is... look at the damage. Look at how damaged Experience is. Literally one of those is going to do it. And 3-0 Raydish's way going into the next round. What a performance.
Absolutely incredible performance, where Raydish was looking at what could have been a, just straight up 3-0 elimination from Taffy earlier, but not today. Gets the reverse, then comes in here back-to-back, goes up against Experience. Experience going through the cycle of all of the characters.